Is up, what is rocking, what is going down, what is shaking. Welcome everyone. Want to give you my quickie review of, let's see, we come over here to Amazon. I talked about it, but I'm going to talk about it a little more specificity today. It's called Dirty 130. The reason it's called 130 is it's 130 days, and the idea is he's giving you concepts and an action plan to follow for 130 days and see the change. This guy has a commercial insurance line, and it's interesting because instead of pushing his line, what he does is spends most of his time training the agents and so forth in marketing. But toward the end of having them promote his commercial insurance products. But it's really interesting because that's not what he talks about like 90% of the time. Like 90% of the time, he's just talking about marketing and how you market. It's a fascinating thing. So anyway, the book is just chock full. I bring it up because he's not a, quote, internet marketer. His people are not internet marketers. They sell commercial insurance. But his application of marketing ideas and principles is just fabulous. I'll give you a few. If you want a deep dive on the guy, just come over here to YouTube and type in killing commercial. Because it's killing commercial insurance, i.e. making a killing, get it, right? Let's see here. So here's his YouTube channel. And I just love it when I find people who are in other industries that are probably better marketers than people in the internet marketing industry. Like this guy is really great. Here's just a few quickies that I take away from him. Number one is they have automated sequences using HubSpot for following up with prospects. And it's interesting because so HubSpot has this code you can put on your website. So then when they visit a page, you can see that they visited that page. Infusionsoft does the same thing, and I imagine a lot of other CRMs or programs will do the same thing. Now, so when the sales agents go to make follow-up calls, they can make follow-up calls to people that have been clicking on the follow-up emails, see? Because these are warm leads. If the people aren't clicking on anything, then they're probably just going to keep sending them drip stuff and everything, and they may not be actually calling them on the phone, right? That's one example. Another example is his use of social media, which is just incredible, and basically he does what I taught, a part of what I taught in Secret Honeypot. He's absolutely brilliant in, he's doing content distribution here, right? He's got shorts here that he does every morning. His son, or did for a while, at least 30 days, his son filmed those. He's got a few Facebook Lives, not a lot here. He has podcasts, and let me see. I guess you have to click to play all the podcasts, to see all the podcasts. I don't know how this works. Yeah, here's podcast, all the podcasts here, right? So he does a podcast, right? We talked about in Secret Honeypot, he's using an AI social media thing to put out snippets, and the AI can tell which snippets are getting viewed and responded to the most, and then it automatically will create more snippets like those that can go out schedule out onto the social media, right? He does real cutting edge stuff like that. So I find this guy, he does so much stuff. The way they use the HubSpot CRM, and you don't have to use HubSpot, you can use other CRMs. But they like HubSpot because, it's not cheap, but if you have the money, it's just great at the way it automates stuff and all the different things that it can do that interface really well with salespeople, right? The way that they contact new people, cold call. It's just brilliant. Like most people will cold call and they got nothing. They're just asking for something. When they in his business do cold calls, they do what are called marketing drops. So they drop off a folder that has stuff in it that's valuable to that business. It's not pitching their products and services. It's simply a folder that contains some really valuable and useful stuff for that business. And then they ask if it's okay if they follow up, right? And so then they follow up, and it's actually clever. It's a whole little concept he has. He actually says, he recollects that folder because he's like, well, we're cost conscious in our business. So what we actually do is we recollect our folders and we put you in a drawing, and you'll either win, I think it's, I forget how much the first thing is, $50, $25, or $10, right? We put you in a drawing. Everyone wins $10 at least, which means that they get a really high success rate on their follow-ups. I mean, just stuff like that. He's like, you got to be creative. So here's this guy in a boring industry, freaking commercial insurance, doing more creative and aggressive follow-up in a lot of ways than internet marketers are doing. That's what I think is so brilliant about him. So good morning. If you're watching this live, type live. If you watch on replay, type replay. If you watch at the bitter end, type bitter end. Let me know. If you're not on my email list, you can get my free report how I sold 70,000 products online at resellertoolkit.com/70 with the letter K. So this book is just jam-packed. I probably have things underlined on almost every page of it, right? I bought the Kindle version initially. After spending 15 minutes reading it, I'm like, I need the print copy so I can underline and highlight stuff. So I immediately ordered the print copy, right? I also then went and ordered his two other books. One of them is the Dirty 130 workbook. It's okay. I don't think it's great. But, I don't regret ordering it in particular. And then he has one, the 2-minute edge. And let me see if I see that here. The extra 2 minutes, how spending an extra 2 minutes on nearly anything in your sales career will take you from good to best. This is made more for people in sales, but there's applications definitely for online marketing. It's a really freaking cool book. I mean, it's free on Kindle Unlimited, but I ordered the print copy. I'm glad I ordered the print copy because I've underlined a lot of stuff in it. It's very different than this book. This one's more about sales. This one's more about marketing. They both, just have a heck of a lot of really fascinating and interesting insights in them. And I listen to his YouTube channel because he drops a lot of bombs on his YouTube channel. I love this guy. This guy is so awesome. The only thing that makes me sad is last year he had a stroke and they found out it was caused by a tumor, and I guess they were able to partially remove the tumor. But I don't think they were able to remove all of it. So, gosh knows how long how long or how many years he will live. He's doing fine now. But, if you got a tumor in your brain, they weren't able to remove all of it. That's not really a real great thing, right? Which is sad because I just love the way this guy teaches. I love his concepts and his ideas, and I want him to be around, right? So good morning to you. If you're on the live, let me check here, see who's on live with us today. Let's see here. I'll be doing also a live stream here in a minute for if you're in the secret honeypot, just so you know. I'll do that right after I do this one. Hey, Rick, how are you doing? Would you buy the one about sales if what you were into without the... Well, Rick, I don't know what to tell you, dog. I ordered all 3 books. I would say if you could only order one, order the Dirty 130. Because the reason is that if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get this one for free. And to buy it on Kindle Unlimited is $10, right? And this one, the Kindle was 14, but again, I really like, this is worthy of having the print copy. I spent, I don't even see the print here. Somehow I was able to order the print. Let me look here. I ordered the hardback because it was so good I wanted the hardback, not the paper. So I spent $25 for that. The paperback's probably cheaper. Let's see. $20 for the, I'll spend the extra $5 and get the hardbound, which is great. I love it. It's great. And it's a bigger book, so it's easy to read, right? I love it. If you're in sales, 100% you want to read this. But we all sell something, right? We all sell something. Like, I just love his insights into follow-up, his insights into lead generation, the way they approach things. His approach to content marketing is brilliant. He's just a wonderful content marketer, right? He's got a, I mean, he's even over there on TikTok. He has a lot interesting insights into things from someone in a real business, not just like an online marketer, right? Let's see here. Comments. Yeah, you can get them on audio if you absorb audio better. Like I don't have the patience for audio, except that when I'm taking a nap or going to sleep at night, I listen to audio. I just YouTube videos then. But if you absorb better by audio than reading, by all means get the audio, right? You can't underline audio, you can't highlight it, you can't skip parts that you're not really interested in, maybe, right? That's why I read. Anyway, it's whatever works for you. All right. So that's just kind of like my quick review and a couple things that I got out of it. You know, I love his idea of marketing drops. And then he, in the YouTube videos, not in the book, but in the YouTube videos, he explains how they do he has a series of about five videos on the CRM. So if we come in here, let me see if I can find my search. Because most people don't understand what a CRM is or how the heck to use it. Normally there's a thing here where I can search the channel. There it is. And I want to search CRM. So what he has is CRM number 2, CRM number 4, number 3, number 5. Oh, I haven't heard this one, CRM number 6. I need to listen to that one, right? And there's some others here I haven't heard about CRM. He's just great on the CRM stuff. I mean, it's very practical. It's what most people don't do or don't know to do. Even people like most of his competitors don't use CRMs, right? And so he's just explaining the basics of how you use our CRM and profit from it, which is customer relationship management software. And one of the things he has is very simple stages, which are like, I forget the stages. It's like suspect, I can't even remember, suspect, prospect, something, something. He has like 4 or 5 stages. He believes you should keep your stages simple. This is a big insight I got because I was trying to set up CRM stages and I had way too many. I had like 8 or 9 and it's just not practical. And he's like, you don't want a lot of stages. You want to keep it practical and actionable. So like 5 stages max. That alone is a pretty valuable insight, right? But if you're in sales and not using a CRM, 100% you need to listen to these videos about CRM. And in the book, Nerdy 130, he talks quite a bit about the CRM also. He just doesn't explain how they set up their stages, right? Like in his stages, they have the drop, and then they have the first interview is really an information gathering interview. I think the second interview they present the product or the offer, right? And and then they just have it marked as won or lost, right? Uh, Really valuable. I really love his insights into the CRM. Some of the interviews that he does on this power producers are very cool. I mean, again, these are people selling insurance, but ultimately they're just marketing and selling. And so I find a lot of insights on those. I find it fascinating. Like he teaches these people to do 3 target markets. He's like, one target market can fall through. He's like, you need to have 3 target markets. And they have a lot of insights into for local business, how they create the prospects for their target market, and they drop them into HubSpot. HubSpot then appends all the data for them. And even the free HubSpot CRM may do that. HubSpot is a free CRM. I don't know. They're on the paid one. But HubSpot appends all of this incredible data that saves them hours and hours and hours and hours of research. People, contact information, all this guys, company size, all of this stuff, right? And HubSpot just does that automatically. So, I mean, there's really cool insights in there. Really, really freaking cool insights. It has a series in there called The Protege, which it's a protege contest thing, right? You know, kind of like a mini reality TV. I love the way he did it because it's just done on webcam, but it's very cool. And there's a lot to learn there. So the proteges, he gives them an assignment, and they go like, pick out your 3 target markets. And then he goes on video and critiques their choice of target markets. And then he has them go and find, create a list of prospects for each of their 3 target markets. And then on video, he will critique how they did that. There's a lot to learn there. Really fascinating stuff. So, all right, I got to go over in the secret honeypot. Listen, you all have, let me see if there's any other comments here, and then I gotta run. Yeah, what he does is just really fascinating, and it is so valuable in any kind of a business to me, and really cool stuff. All right, I got to run.